The PSL 2 final was a major event for Pakistan, a country that had been starved of international cricket. Not only was it the first time that the league had held a match in Pakistan, it was also the first time in almost a decade that international players had graced the glorious city of Lahore.
This was a very important and critical juncture in the evolution and development of PSL. At the end of the day, we needed to bring it home. The naysayers were constantly saying, what's the point of a PSL if it's not in Pakistan?
Throughout its first 2 runs, held in the UAE, the Pakistan Super League had managed to excite a massive following of cricket fans, not just in Pakistan, but globally. Its 5 teams that represented major cities of the country unified its people like never before. Television ratings were high, and when it was announced that the final match of this tournament would be held in Lahore,
चलो चलो लाहौर चलो इंशाल्लाह हम लाहौर जाएंगे और इंशाल्लाह PSL लाहौर का फाइनल लाहौर में होगा.
it excited the fans to no end. Cricket was coming home.
Bringing one match and that the final to Lahore was important because we needed to break the mold. We needed to stop the stereotyping of Pakistan. So we put everything into it. And at the end of the day, we were supported by the people of Pakistan who had throughout this journey had constantly urged me, strengthened me, supported me and said, get on with it, bring it back. We are not scared.
It was indeed this very spirit that triumphed in the end, as the PCB and PSL collaborated to arrange this mega event. Once the government gave the go-ahead, a mere 2 days before the event, over 200 people from the Pakistan Cricket Board began to work tirelessly, putting their hearts into preparing the Gaddafi Stadium for cricket lovers. On the day of the PSL final, exactly 8 years and 2 days since the devastating attack that deprived Pakistan the right to host international cricket matches at home, the stadium was ready to greet 27,000 cricket-starved fans. A long and painful drought was about to be broken.
This opening of the gate when foreign players were going to play in Pakistan in the final was a landmark event for Pakistan. Since the terrible attack on the Sri Lanka team, we have had practically no team visiting Pakistan. We faced a number of problems. The first one, of course, the security issue. Previously, when we had been planning such matches with foreigners participating, the government here was a bit nervous because they felt that with such a large crowd, it offered a target to any terrorist that would like to disrupt and derail this process in which the public was participating. And so the government had discouraged us in the past from inviting such teams and any such high-profile matches. It was really an uphill task to convince the government that this event, this opening up, would be highly beneficial. If the public could participate and watch its own players on its own soil, it would raise the morale of the public immensely at such difficult times for Pakistan.
In organizing this match, the government's foremost priority was to provide foreign players and the public total security. 2 days before the match, the stadium was cordoned off, with access allowed only to the relevant people. A 5-tier security plan was put into effect. About 5,000 personnel from the army, rangers, and police were deployed in the stadium and its peripheries. The night before the match, as the PCB staff was in the final stages of its preparations, Chief Minister Punjab visited for an inspection of the security measures. Television channels had reported these arrangements round the clock, as well as the rising cricket fever around the country. Pakistan felt rejuvenated. The pain of years of isolation for this cricket-mad country was swept aside as Pakistanis young and old came out elatedly to welcome cricket back to their own backyard. Screenings were scheduled in clubs, cinema halls, universities and offices. The 5th of March was going to be a historic day. Early in the morning, well before the spectators arrived, the chairman PCB took to the pitch to examine its preparation and was delighted to see that the groundsmen had managed to prepare an immaculate outfield and wicket within 48 hours. The arrangements for this event were truly unprecedented. Security personnel patrolled the premises and rangers kept guard at key vantage points backed up by air support. A parking stand was established 1 kilometer away from the stadium, and a fleet of shuttle buses was provided to get the spectators to their respective enclosures and back. The Traffic Police, Emergency Rescue Service and Fire Brigade were also on duty, and in case of any medical emergency, a temporary hospital was set up at the adjacent National Hockey Stadium.
There were 7 or 8 security experts from across the globe, from the ICC, from the England and Wales Cricket Board, from the Players Association, from New Zealand, from Australia, from Malaysia, from Bangladesh and elsewhere. They have gone back and submitted their reports, and at the end of the day their reports are largely positive, which has then facilitated now our attempt to bring an international ICC team to Pakistan. But if we can get that done, then you can imagine that the route to the return of cricket back home is wide open, and all systems will be go.
Pakistan! 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 Zara zor se bolo!
As the audience cheered the exhilarating performances by army paratroopers and famed Pakistani artists ready to witness the final clash ahead, behind the scenes the complicated logistics for an event of this magnitude began to fall into place. By 7 p.m., an hour before the start of the match, the ground was full. Finally, the two contenders of the PSL trophy walked into the field. Peshawar Zalmi under the West Indian captain Darren Sami and Quetta Gladiators under current Pakistan one-day and T20 captain Sarfraz Ahmed.
निकले हैं शहजादे दुनिया को दिखाने, आए हैं हम दीवाने फिर से गेम उठाने। पूछो ना ये कैसी रात होगी आज, हर सू चारों तरफ होगी अपनी बात। फिर सीटी बजेगी, स्टेज सजेगा और ताली बजेगी, अब खेल जमेगा। फिर सीटी बजेगी, स्टेज सजेगा और ताली बजेगी, अब खेल जमेगा। la la
the ball in middle and leg stump range. And that's the effect of this wonderful partnership. They've gone just a little bit negative because they've been hit everywhere.
You don't want to give him any work.
This year's HPL PSL has been of top quality. We saw some great matches, we saw some narrow losses. To get the final back here in Lahore was a big moment for all of us. And I'm so happy for the fans here in Lahore in Pakistan. And if cricket is not agent of change, then what is? Because it brought us together on the same page. We were bonding from Khyber to Karachi, and it's just a fantastic fanfare it was.
हम वार के नजरें उतार के थोड़ा थोड़ा प्यार से दिल जीत जाए सुबह अखबारों में गलियों बाजारों में सैकड़ों हजारों में छा जाए होठों पे सबके होगा अपना नाम जश्न का सा समा हो सरेआम पूछो ना ये कैसी रात होगी
A lot was said about having the finals there, but honestly I'm glad I came, to experience the atmosphere here, and just the people. I have a lot of following, and so have the other guys, have embraced us, and it's a wonderful thing to have it here. But today, it's all about cricket, and I think today, even though Peshawar came out on top, cricket was the winner today.
It's so good that cricket's come back to Lahore and to Pakistan in general. The public have been dying for cricket, so I really think it's a great initiative bringing the PSL final back to Lahore. And we can just see by the interest that it's created that it has to be good for Pakistan cricket. I thought this year's PSL was outstanding. I thought the teams were very evenly matched. I think there was relevance to every game, and it made for some really good, exciting cricket. The international players were outstanding. The international players gave back, I know, to all the young players, and ultimately that's what the PSL is all about. It's about lifting the standard of Pakistan cricket, and if the international players are giving their knowledge back to the younger players, which is lifting the standard of domestic cricket in Pakistan, then the PSL is doing its job, and it's a really good initiative.
We struck on the fact that Pakistan is a hospitable country. It is a welcoming country. It is a secure country. It's a country that is going to encourage the opening of gates for other teams to come and play here. And the whole impact was enormously successful.